先设了。 I'm Sean, brother of the groom.
And we've both come very far from London and New York for what is a very special week. And not just because Taylor Swift announced her 12th studio album, but because I got to watch my favorite person in the world get married. And it was to my sister. Speaking of, weddings really are the ultimate love story, and tonight we're celebrating one of the very best. But personally, as the final single sibling in my family, I'm also hoping to use the professional photographer to update my Hinge profile, so if you catch me shamelessly posing in front of the camera, just let me have my moment. And can we take a moment for Mattan? She looks absolutely stunning. And even more impressive, she made it on time.
It is hard to believe nearly 10 years ago, I asked a room full of Melbourne girls if any of them would like to go on a date with my brother. After they all respectfully declined, and I pushed them a little bit harder, Mattan finally acquiesced, saying, "I'll do it, how bad can he be?" Not too bad, eh, Mattan? Almost 10 long years ago, we've all been waiting a long time for this very special night, and few have been waiting longer than the parents of the groom. Growing up in the house with Evan and Mike and Jan was nothing short of spectacular. Despite Evan's notoriously rebellious spirit distracting our parents from what I've been told is their near-perfect younger child, you built a home full of love and joy, one that was a safe space for everyone to come and very often stay the night. You were supportive of our life choices, even allowing Evan to take up the drums, something I've never fully forgiven you for. And your laid-back, pragmatic approach to parenting two young boys earned the Lurie family backyard an impressive reputation within the community. You sometimes left us to travel abroad, creating what was a safe space into something slightly less so. And in trusting us, we trusted you in return. You are fan favorites amongst all of our friends. You are central figures in your social circle, and I know you've waited a long time for this evening. So without further ado, give a huge round of applause to the parents of the groom, Mike and Jan. Building suspense.
Well, I've got a prepared speech here, but I've got to say, those circles were awesome, weren't they? That was the best tour I've seen for a long time. And if that is the future of our community and the spirit to which we're going to take this forward, I say, never is never and never is now. I'm Yisrael Chai. Jan and I would like to welcome all of you to Evan and Mattan's wedding celebration. What a year this has been. We had an engagement last month, Sean and Lindsay, and now we celebrate a wedding, Evan and Mattan. In this crazy world we live in, it's a fantastic time to be celebrating these simchas. A huge thank you to all our friends and family who have come from America, Israel, UK, Sydney, Perth, Melbourne, and all over to share this special occasion. We understand what a huge commitment this has been, and we really appreciate you all being here.
Evan is our firstborn, who arrived just under 2 years after our arrival in Australia. Evan broached moving to Melbourne to further his career in 2015, I think, and try something new. We felt we had given him the wings to fly and had total faith in his ability to build a life wherever he chose, and supported him wholeheartedly. Any trepidation was mitigated by the knowledge that he had the Gaffins, who he refers to as his Melbourne parents, and close friends like Brands and Bell to help him feel at home. Even as a little boy, Evan was resourceful and full of imagination. Some standout memories. Lost in St. Ives shopping centre at about 3. Mark ran for the exits, Jan for security, and Evan was found calmly playing with Lego blocks in the toy shop. He also saved Sean's life when a just walking 1-year-old Sean wandered into the street, and Evan at 4 ran to yank him back home. Don't know where Mum was. There weren't mobiles in those days. As a teenager, there were a couple of late-night SOS calls. Gavin, Brent, Benji. But overall, the teenage years didn't present us with too many challenges. Evan is the most loyal, principled, and caring son one could ever wish for. Evan, you have built a new life in Melbourne, no doubt aided by your love for AFL, maintained a wonderful circle of friends in Sydney, furthered your career, and always been true to your values. In many ways, you're a combination of Dad and I. We love you so much. We were travelling in Morocco in 2017 when a post popped up on our family WhatsApp chat. Just to let you guys know, I'm seeing someone, her name is Mattan. We subsequently heard that Sean had introduced his friend to Evan, and no, the rest is not quite history. The first stage of the relationship literally came to a screeching halt when Evan tried to teach Mattan to drive a manual car. They evidently overcame that hurdle, and after a couple of years moved in just as the draconian Victorian lockdown laws began in 2019. Tough times and a true test of any relationship, but they got through, and since then they have supported each other unconditionally. If you could survive 262 days of lockdown in Melbourne, you can survive anything.
Mattan is a fun, loving, caring, and loyal person. She brings out the best in Ev. And she's a real doer. If you want something done, give it to Mattan, is our motto. I'm not sure she always appreciates my sense of humor, but she's getting used to it. We recently went to the Philippines and had it. I'm stuck on the phone. We recently went to the Philippines and had a fantastic holiday, snorkeling and just getting to know each other, going to the markets and everything. And there's the 4 of us, Lindsay, Ev, Mattan, Evan, Jan and myself. And we got, that's 6 of us, sorry, 6 of us. I'm losing my mind. The more I see Mattan, the more certain I am that Ev has found his best friend and life partner. Mattan, you bring out the best in Ev. And we have never seen him happier since he met you. Evan's interest in food extended, like mine, to hamburgers and steak. These days, the conversation has changed. I'm hearing them talk about all these new recipes and everything, and I'm feeling a little bit left out. So, Ev, let's stick to the basics here. Eh?
Evan and Mattan, you have been brought up with strong family values, passed through the generations. And as you begin your journey, we know that these values will guide you and hopefully be the values you pass on to your own family. It is sad that Evan's grandparents, Gerald and Anita, Joe and Maureen, are not with us to share in the simcha. They would have been so proud.
This is a little bit off cuff because it's not in my speech. But I just want to say something to my life partner. Jan and I and if any of you know us, we are just inseparable. And I am so lucky that in my life, I found this person in my life that 40, 50 years ago, I don't know how long it's been. But it's been a lifetime for me, and it's a happy lifetime. And I am so lucky, and Eb, I hope you're as lucky as I am. Because I found the person in my life that has meant the world to me. And I hope that Mattan is that person for you. Thank you to the extended Bejarano, Coleman, Sterling families who made Ev welcome with open arms. Thanks to Anita and Dennis for making Evan feel so welcome in your homes, supporting him as a son, and making us feel so welcome with our visits to Melbourne. One of the things that make Mum and I so happy is when we see the wonderful relationship Ev and Sean share. They're unbelievably supportive of each other, even though they live half a world apart. We recently celebrated, hold on, commercial break. Sean and Evan's engagement, and now here we are celebrating Ev and Mattan's wedding. Unfortunately for me, I wasn't well at the time, so I'm glad I'm here. For me personally, it's been a fantastic time, spending on a special week together in Melbourne with our kids, their partners, something we don't often get the opportunity to do. Thank you for those hosting these events leading up to the weekend. Diana, for the offer of lunch. Anthony and Segal for the Friday night, and John and Johnny for opening the home and hosting our family and friends for lunch yesterday. Please join me in L'chaim to Evan and Mattan. Here's to love, laughter, and a lifetime of adventures.
Hello. All right. Next up, we're hearing from someone who is impossible to sum up in just a few words, but I'll try. He's a man of routines, rituals, and rotating obsessions, whether it's CrossFit, Turkish coffee, or that 1 year he became completely devoted to building a backyard bird collection. There's always a thing. He drives his Mustang like it's a personality trait, watches the Western Bulldogs like they can hear him, and by the way, we're about to win, and talks to Siri like she owes him money, but at least he always says thank you. More often though, he shows up unannounced to Mattan and Evan's place, usually just in time to eat whatever Mattan has baked. It's not an accident. By trade, he's a jeweler and a watchmaker, which is ironic as his daughter is always late. Maybe her watch is due for repair, Dad. I'm sure he'll give you a good deal though. When it comes to his family, he's quietly one of the most loyal and loving fathers you'll ever meet. He might not always say it in the usual way, but his pride shines through in his booming voice, in his surprise phone calls, and especially on Facebook, where he posts about his kids like a man running for office. In recent years, we've seen a softer, more reflective side of him, so today I know he's feeling all the feels. Please welcome, with a big round of applause, our dad.
Red, white, and blue. We come out starring, bulldogs through and through.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me now after that introduction. I have the absolute honour to be Mattan's dad, and it is my pleasure to celebrate this beautiful occasion with all of you. Before I start, I would like to extend a warm welcome to everyone who has travelled a very long way to be here. In point of actual fact, everybody in the room's travelled a very long way to be here. Mattan's aunt and cousins from Israel, my cousins from San Francisco, Shani flew in from London, Ben and Nicole, my son and my grandson, have flown in from Tasmania, and of course Tara, Blake, Charlie and Raph all the way from Berwick. Thank you. Before I dive into all the wonderful things to say about Mattan, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge her mother, Anita. Even though we are no longer together, raising Mattan together has been one of the greatest privileges of my life. Everything Mattan is today is a testament to Anita's love and dedication. So before I go on, raise your glasses to Anita. Thank you for everything. Now, Mattan. She has been a joy since the day she was born, making an early entrance into the world in Israel, but that's another story which I'll share privately. She has always been beautiful, caring, compassionate, and incredibly determined. I will never forget when she was about 12 years old, she wore 2 odd socks to school. And I remarked to her about it, and her reply, completely straight-faced, "That's okay, Dad, I have another pair like this at home." Mattan has also shown incredible versatility. During the pandemic, she opened her bakery, which was a huge success, but she quickly realised that a baker's life was a very tough life. Then she went back to school and is now a psychologist. Unbelievable. Now, about my new son-in-law, Evan. I think of him like a son almost now. He's been around that long. I could not have asked for a more perfect match for Mattan. You have brought joy into Mattan's life. You have brought so much joy and stability. We are grateful to have you as part of our family. You are truly a perfect match. The way you support and uplift each other is inspiring, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for you both. So, Evan and Mattan, my wish for you both is simple. May you always be each other's home. May your day be filled with laughter, your challenges met with teamwork, and your love grow deeper each year. To Evan and Mattan. Now back to Shani. Are we back to you, my darling? Was it short?
色嘅，阿湯。
Hello, can you hear me? If everyone would like to take their seats, everyone by the bar, anyone want to come back from the bar area to the seating area? Cool. All right. How good was dinner? Right? Yeah, cool. Guess not. All right, now it's time to hear from someone who's been waiting for this day since the moment Mattan was born. She is the heart and soul of our family, someone who leads with love, shows up for every milestone, and makes sure everyone is fed, hugged, and thoroughly fussed over. Our mum has always been the ultimate host, whether it's a Friday night dinner, a birthday, or someone just popping in. She treats every gathering like it's an opening night at the theatre. So it's no surprise that today, with all of you here to celebrate Mattan and Evan, it's her dream event. She's also a woman of deep passion for culture, for Israel. Can I get an Am Israel Chai? And for her community and for our dog Nala, who frankly might be her favourite child on most days. But there's no question about what, or rather who, she loves most. Her daughters. Mum is the proudest, most devoted, most emotional mother you'll ever meet. She's the person who took 1 million photos of us growing up, who cried at every school play, and who would move heaven and earth to make sure we feel safe, strong, and loved. So it's only right that we hear from her today. Please welcome, with all your love, our beautiful mom, OIM, Anita Bejarano.
Good evening, everyone. It is such a privilege to stand before you tonight as a proud mother of the bride, as she is the beautiful bride I ever saw. Mattan Chaviva was born in the 20th of June 1993 and named in honor of my grandmother, Chaviva, a proud grandmother, a remarkable woman whose warmth and kindness and love left a lasting legacy. If she was with us tonight, I know she would be extremely proud of Mattan. I truly believe of Mattan's grandparents, who is not longer with us, are watching from above, filled with joy and nachas. Mattan's grandmother, my mom Joyce Ruth, are close to 90 and she couldn't make the traveling. Unfortunately, she's now in Israel watching us in the TV, but she's very proud. She has stopped speaking about the simcha and for their friends and being very proud of Mattan as a woman. Now, if there is one thing everyone knew about Mattan, is that she's the first girl in the state of Israel that her name is Mattan. Usually the names came only after boys. And when she born, she was the first girl that called Mattan. She made a history. One second. Yeah. Mattan was born in the 20th of June. It was the occasion of giving the Torah in Mount Sinai, Shavuot, Matan Torah. And that's what Dennis and I thought to have a different name. Until August, we didn't decided about the name. And we wanted to come back to Australia. And we needed a name. So we chose Mattan, and the rest is history. Mattan has a beautiful heart. She's patient, thoughtful, loyal, and deep devoted to those who she loves. Her personality brings light to every room that she is in. And yes, all know that she's a little bit clumsy from time to time. If she baked a cake, better that you will change the kitchen after. But everything that she's done, she successfully achieved the highest score from us as a parents. And she ran a bakery and she had the best beautiful cakes and cookies, and whatever she did, she succeeded in high quality. And I think that after she decided that she wanted to change occupation, she went to learn psychology, and she's a psychologist today. She used her intelligence and empathy and strength to uplift others, help them heal, and guide them towards the meaning and fulfillment of life. She's just not just doing her job. She's answering her life purpose, and I'm so proud and that she changed and she's a psychologist today. I always wanted a big family. Before Mattan ever born, came to the along, I was lucky enough to join lucky enough to gain a son and a daughter. With Ben and Tama came to, and Ben and Tama came to our family. Now I'm very lucky that Evan joined the family. And about Evan, I want to say that he became a son to me. Right from the start, Evan was extraordinary, kind, wise, grounded, and generous. But more than anything, Evan makes Mattan shine. With Evan, she's easier,
At ease.
radiant, and completely herself. The love and the care you're giving her is a blessing, and I think that from the bottom of my heart, thanks for you coming to the family, to the wonderful parents of Evan, Mike and Jen. I would like to say that even if you're living in Sydney and we may not see each other often as we'd like, I truly feel that through this union we became a family. You raise an exceptional man, and I'm so grateful that our families have come together to this occasion and to join this simcha. Before I close, I want to thank everyone who came, made an effort and came to our function, from Israel, from the United States, from South Africa, from Sydney, and of course from amazing friends and family here in Melbourne. Your love and support are much appreciated. So now please raise your glass to Mattan and Evan. May your journey together be filled with love, strength, deep connection, and unshakable love. May your home be of warmth, kindness, and shared dreams. And may this is just the beginning of life, of happiness together. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Anita. That was lovely. We're gearing up for the big dance here. Evan and Mattan next. Today is a day for celebration and it's a day for reflection. Shini and I just the other day were talking about how proud we are to have older siblings who are smart, kind, caring, and really formed the mold of what we hope to grow into one day and we hope to grow into when we were young. Evan has always said that being the older sibling is tougher. You have to sort of pave the way so that us young ones can just, as he likes to say, coast on through. I'm here to tell you, Evan, that is not the case whatsoever. Us younger siblings have been resigned to watching our older siblings do everything first. I had to watch you get red flagged by customs bringing knuckle dusters into Australia. I never had the chance to do that. You were the first one to get caught with the fake ID and have mum come pick you up from the local pub. Again, never had the chance. And you were the first one, but not the last, to raid the Brol's liquor cabinet and have to call an ambulance. Ev, without you, I wouldn't be half the person I am today. You gave me the courage to refill Dad's good whiskey with the red label no one ever drank. And inspired me to do exactly what makes me happy in life. I am so glad that Mattan chose you. And I know that not everyone has the opportunity to have a really good friend become a sister. And so for that, I will be eternally grateful. Thank you.
I'll be a bit kinder. There were a lot of benefits to growing up with Mattan. She taught me how to ride a bike. It was the classic push and go method. I had a personal driver, a personal chef, and now my own personal therapist. And with that, I couldn't be prouder of everything you've achieved. Now, Evan, as someone who has seen their AFL team win a grand final, I can't remember who we beat right now. I can only imagine this feeling comes pretty close to what it feels like watching your team win a premiership. But this is not the final siren. It's the first bounce, and we can't wait to see the rest of the season play out.
Ev, this isn't fantasy, this time it's for reals. So please take it seriously.
So please join us on your feet, raise a glass, and give a standing ovation to the couple of the decade, Mattan and Evan.
Okay. I want to apologize in advance because it's kind of long, but I always talk too much, so here we go. I can't believe we're here. Weddings are crazy. There are so many decisions to make, and anyone who knows me knows how hard that is. Even the menus were a saga. I went through 70 fonts only to choose the word menu, which I'm sure none of you read. And if you read it and you didn't like the font, don't tell me. I probably can't take it right now. The only easy decision, honestly, was inviting all of you to be here with us. Every single one of you has played such an important role in our lives, big and small, both individually and as a couple. And it means so much to us both to have you all here with us tonight.
We wanted to start by showing appreciation for how much love we felt the whole year leading up to the day, especially the effort everyone's made to be here tonight. People have come from Sydney, Israel, San Francisco, London, New York, and also a special thank you to Mattan's mum for leaving Nala at home tonight, which I know was very difficult. Thanks for being here with us, everyone. We're so appreciative for all the efforts that everyone's made to be here today and host and attend events in the lead up. We feel very appreciated and celebrated by everyone. For those of you who don't know, although Sean kind of ruined it, Mattan and I were set up by Sean and Lauren. And as a favour, as I just moved to Melbourne as a favour, Mattan, after allegedly responding, "How bad can he be? He's your brother," agreed to go out with me. And when I picked up Mattan, I was playing the new Mumford & Sons album in my car, which to my surprise, she instantly recognised excitedly. We both knew then that the date would be different.
Cut to a few dates, a short break, and a reconciliation at Hugh Harbour, which a few of you were there for, I think. And we were ready to discuss saying those big three words. So I nervously approached the conversation, and sitting at the bar, I looked at Evan and I said, "Evan, I love you." To which he replied, "Thank you." The pot's on the stove, but the water's still simmering. Do you think the water's boiling yet? Okay, anyway. It is, we're married. Now we get the joke, we waited so long, ha ha ha. But it was worth it, because when reflecting on our life, it's safe to say that over the last 8 years, the circles of our lives have intertwined. The community that we have built and grown around us has become the most fundamental part of our story. We couldn't be more grateful for the unbelievable community. More grateful to all of you, our unbelievable community. Sorry. With all of you, we feel in good stead, knowing that the foundation of our lives is intertwined in a lot of love. Our chosen family, we love you very much. To my beautiful friends, the ones who have been there for me through the happy tears and the sad tears. There's a lot of tears. All I can say is I clearly got it from my mama. She hasn't cried as much as I thought she was, so that joke probably would have landed better. But through all the stages and milestones of our life, you've loved, celebrated, and experienced life alongside me for all the ups and the downs. Your support and love has been one of the guiding lights of my life, and I'll be eternally grateful for sharing all of our milestones together and for creating all the beautiful memories and the life that we've grown together. Thank you for everything, and I love you.
You've all made me feel like I'm your friends too from the very beginning, which means the world to both of us. Looking around today, I also feel very lucky. I often say I have two homes, Sydney and Melbourne, and seeing all the friends here tonight is testament to that. From the friends that knew me when I was a kid and helped shape me, to the friends and family that adopted me when I moved to Melbourne. You know who you are. I'm truly grateful and feel very lucky to have you all today and here today and in my life.
Sorry. Yeah, shout out to Evan's friends. You're great too. We love you so much. You know you are. It's so surreal looking across. I'm sorry, just pause. But like, so surreal looking at this room. Like, I love you all so much, and it's amazing just to like stop, just like look at a room full of people. Like, that just, yeah. Anyway, wow, this is crazy. To my mum, Anita, I could talk for hours about everything that you've done and given to me. You've always been the person I could call at 3 a.m. to pick me up from a party, the one who encouraged me to have fun, but always looked out for me and made sure you would catch me if I fell. You're the most selfless and compassionate and supportive person I know. I'll never forget the time I told you I liked purple. I went away to Beitar camp and I came home to a completely purple bedroom, silk sheets and all. Some of you will remember those. You braved taking us to Israel each year, alone with 2 toddlers on a long-haul flight, to make sure that Shani and I had a connection to our family and spoke the language of your home. And what a blessing it was, because it paid off. That's just who you are. You're amazing. I'm so grateful for everything you've done and sacrificed for me and Shani in our life. You've taught me warmth, love and generosity, patience and sacrifice, and going into building a home with Evan, I couldn't think of better traits. I'll never be able to repay you for everything you've given me. I love you.
You are an inspiration and one of the strongest people I've ever met. Your dedication to your family is second to none, and I see so many of your positive qualities in your daughter. You welcomed me from the very beginning, and I cherish our special relationship, and not only because you laugh at my lamech jokes. Thank you for everything you do for us.
To my dad, to Dennis. We've always found a weird and wonderful way to connect, from our trips on the Harley when I was little to CrossFit, footy and Rocky Balboa, to proudly delivering orders for my business. You taught me the value of hard work, persistence, and I'm grateful for that every day. I mean, how many 70-year-olds can say they can do more pull-ups than you than their 30-year-old daughter? Your tenacity and determination is a quality I'll always admire, and I'll always be grateful for everything you've done for us.
We'd like to thank you for the hospitality and generosity you've shown us over the years. And even though I don't think I'll ever love the Bulldogs, cigars, or CrossFit, I hope marrying your daughter means you'll finally let me drive the Mustang.
Okay. To my Saba and Safta, and to all those who can't be here tonight. My father's parents, Barbara and Harry, our daughter Gladys, especially my Saba Marcel, who I carry in our heart tonight. And my Safta, who I hope is watching, and my family in Israel. אני אוהבת אתכם ומתגעגעת, ואני מקווה שאני אראה אתכם בקרוב. Thank you for teaching me the importance of family, sharing and finding a partner to grow old with, watching my grandparents over my life, their love for each other, something that made me want that for myself. And I'll be so grateful for everything that you've given me. My nechadot, I love you. I hope you're watching. Whoever couldn't be here, I love you very much. To Shani, whether we're good buddies or not, we're damn good sisters. And I'm so appreciative to have grown up together. Thank you for our crazy, funny childhood and all the usually unsolicited, but sometimes wise advice. It's always was important for me to find a partner who got you. And I love the relationship and love for Leonards that you and Evan have. We will always...
we always have your back, and the door to our home will always be open. We love you.
I promise Evan's going to speak too. To Ben and Tara, you've never felt like anything other than my full brother and sister. I feel so lucky to have grown up with the two of you. I love being an auntie and uncle. We love being an auntie and uncle to Raf, Charlie and Tommy. And I feel so lucky that I got 2 more siblings in this crazy life. Now to my new amazing family. Well, not so new, but now they're new. To Mike, Jan, Sean and Lindsay. Because of the distance early on, we didn't have much time to get to know each other. I came on a road trip a year into me and Evan dating. Sorry, this is really funny. I came on a road trip with you guys to WA. A week in the car with your in-laws who you've met twice. I was like, okay, let's do it. And to my surprise, it was an unbelievable week. We hadn't spent so much time together, but it's safe to say after sharing a week together and brushing our teeth in the same basin, I felt pretty close. Thank you for always welcoming me into your home like a daughter from day dot, for introducing me to Kaluki, and for always trying to feed me weird South African fish in Thousand Island sauce, which I'll probably never like. Mike and Jan, you fill your home with so much warmth and love, and I feel so lucky to officially be part of the family. Thank you. Lastly, to Sean. Who would have thought the guy that was dating my friend would end up being my brother-in-law? At 16, we probably wouldn't have guessed this, but I feel so lucky to call you and Lindsay. Sorry, it's a personal joke. I was told not to make them, but I had to. I love you very much, and I feel really grateful for our bond.
Okay, to my mum and dad. You've both taught me so many things. How to treat a partner with love, care and respect, to maintaining a sense of adventure, how not to cook a steak, who likes it well done, seriously, and most importantly, how to party well into your 60s. You truly are the best parents anyone could ask for. You gave Sean and me the best childhood imaginable and gave us both the confidence to move to Melbourne and New York. Without your unwavering support, neither of us could have done that. But also knowing that we had a home to come back to in Sydney, I've kind of messed this up, if we need it. You took to Mattan so warmly and always made her feel comfortable and welcome. Your support means more to me than you know, and for that I'm forever grateful. Sean, our friendship means so much to me, and I cherish our close bond, which has remained despite the god-awful time difference between us. Sorry. Raf's head is in the way. And even if you had some reservations, thank you for going into bat for me 9 years ago. You've made a great life for yourself in New York and have chosen a fantastic partner in Lindsay. We're so excited for your wedding in May next year. And now to my wife, Mattan. Tidkhachi. You are the most thoughtful, generous, empathetic, and warm person I've ever met. You bring joy to everyone you meet, warmth to every room you walk into, and care to every interaction you have with people. Your desire to improve the lives of others, whether it be personally or professionally, continues to astound me. These qualities drew me into you when we first met and have become some of the core reasons why I fell in love with you and remain in love with you today. I could not be prouder of you professionally. Becoming a psychologist was your dream, and you went out and made it happen. Your determination not just to pass, but to excel was wonderful to see and made me beyond proud. It's especially special for me because truthfully, I'm not sure we would have survived if the kitchen corner went on for much longer. So I was pretty grateful. Everyone here will know how perfectly suited to your job you are, and selfishly, I am also glad that you can now start charging for therapy, which you were giving away to your friends for free for so many years. You've taught me so much: emotional intelligence, empathy, and some Hebrew, just to name a few. And even though we can see the world differently at times, we share so many of the same values. This has allowed us to learn from each other, which is the foundation of our relationship. I cannot wait to keep seeing the world through your eyes, learning from you, supporting you, and building our lives together. You're my best friend. I love you so much, and I'm so glad to finally call you my wife.
Okay. Guys, this is a lot. Okay, this is kind of long, and I'm sorry, this has gone on for so long. I said we wouldn't do it, but we're here, so whatever. We're leaning in. Okay. This might feel random, but just go with it. In Inside Out 2, there's a line that resonated with me. For those of you who haven't seen it, it's a movie about feelings, and each feeling is an emotion. Sadness says to Joy, "Can I come with you to the memory pool?" And Joy replies, "Of course. Where I go, you go too." This really sat with me because I guess no matter how happy a day is, you always carry your life's experiences with you. On the saddest days, your most joyous memories carried with you. And on the most joyful occasions, often there's a tinge of sadness. Maybe for our four parents tonight in the closing of a chapter, and definitely in me, the missing of a loved one that maybe could have been there with us today. When people talk about marriage, they often ask, "Are you ready for forever?" And I'll admit, I always found that question a little daunting. Not because I didn't love you or I love our life together, but because forever is such a big and overwhelming word. I can't decide what I want to eat for lunch, let alone who I want to wake up to every day for the rest of my life. I know I've changed so much already, and I'm going to change, and as will you, and it's hard to predict what the future... It's hard to predict what future versions of us will need. Marriage seems hard. I'm sure a lot of you will attest to that in the room. And while engagements and weddings are filled with excitement and celebration, I think sometimes it feels like people glorify the chance to get married as if it's easy. But what gives me confidence today is knowing that the decision that we've made was not made with haste or through rose-colored glasses. It's a decision that we've built through countless small choices over the years of building our lives together and showing me time and time again who you are. As we've evolved and grown, we've found new ways to support and love each other's new chapters. And without even realizing, you've given me countless small reasons to fall in love with you more deeply every day. Well, almost. It's in the way you treat my parents. It's in the way You call my niece and nephews call you uncle. It's in the warmth and the love in sitting with you after a long day. It's in all the big and all the small things. I never really dreamt about my dream wedding or my dress or how the day would look, but what I dreamt about was my life partner. I hoped I would marry someone who could make the hard days lighter and the sparkle of life shine brighter. And with you, Evan, I feel that truth so strongly. I feel like we can carry life's challenges together and its joys as something we can celebrate twice over. I'm really sorry, this is so long. One of the things I reflect on is how supportive you've been with every crazy suggestion that I've made. Evan, you just get me. Well, you try, I'm kind of hard. When I told you that I wanted to move to New York, you said to me, that would suck, but I'll help you pack. When I told you I wanted to start a business, you said, well, I can't really bake, but I can make spreadsheets and I can wash the dishes. And when I told you that I wanted to go back to uni at 29 and that I wasn't sure how much I'd be able to work if I wanted to succeed, you said, we'll make it work. The job is your calling, and I know that you'll make the world a better place. How do people do this? At every chaotic turn, you've helped me make my dreams come to fruition, and I could not be more grateful. When I finished my exam, the final exam of my master's degree, you were just getting home and you walked in and you said, how was it? As we stood there in the hallway, you told me how much you loved me and how proud you were of how hard I'd been working, and I just couldn't hold it in. Let's face it, I have control issues. I put some weird jokes in here. But in that moment in our hallway of the home we had built together, I built it out. I blurted out in all the adrenaline and excitement, I think we should get married. From that day, I've never been more certain of anything in my life, certain that you'll be the most incredible husband, life partner, and father to our children and the rock that I could have ever asked for, certain that we can tackle all of life's ups and downs hand in hand. Evan, you truly are the calm to my storm. You're so considered, so clever and loving. I hope that we continue to challenge each other, foster each other's independence, and embrace each other's quirks. I hope we continue to be friends and stay up chatting about nonsense and being silly. I hope we continue to build the home that we've already started to grow, one that's full of love, laughter, and opportunity. Thank you for everything you've given me. Thank you for everything you've taught me. I feel so lucky to know our story's just beginning. I love you. I love our life. I love our village. Look at our village. It's amazing. And I can't... And I can't wait to fill our future home, hopefully, with babies and dogs, and maybe get a bed big enough for all of them to pile into on a Sunday morning, drinking coffees and doing the Wordle. I just can't wait for our forever. Now, all right, now, without further ado, all the formalities are over and hopefully all the tears. So join us for a boogie, and we love you all very much. Thank you for being here.
Cloud strikes upon the hour and the sun begins to fade. Still enough time to figure out how to chase my blues away. I'm gonna light up till now. It's the light of day that shows me how. And when the night falls, loneliness comes. Oh, I'm there with somebody. I wanna feel this with somebody. lost in my senses, spinning through the town. And I find a feeling down.